Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shivam and today we are going to talk about Relic Framework. So this Relic Framework is actually developed by the team from the server pod. This is the high performance framework developed in Dart. So all the Flutter developer, this is a good news. So you can create now a simple server on your local host or publish it on the Google Cloud and create your own AI application. So this is the sample API that I have created for this video. So this API localhost is running and it's made with Relic on Dart server, and behind the scene I have called Gemini API. Playing football in a relic of a jungle. So this request will be forwarded by the Relic server to the Gemini API. Gemini API will generate an image, forward back to the Relic server, that is our server, and it will return to the Postman. And here you can see our image. And this way I can create many images. The main point is that my Gemini API key and services are at the backend level, not at the frontend level. So this way I don't have to put my API key on the Flutter or frontend application. So to create a new Dart based server application, run this program dart create -t console full hello world. So here I have already created a new project, Relic AI server Dart. All the code source is available on my GitHub profile. So first I have added Relic package here, and I have also added Google AI Dart to call the Gemini API. I have used this package Google AI, but you can directly call any REST API, whether it's ChatGPT, Gemini, Anthropic, that will also work. Now let's go to the bin folder, Relic AI server. So this is our server code. So in the main function, we are going to write Relic application, initialize our application. Then app.get, that means it's a get method. Hyphen images, so this will be the path of our REST API. And this image generation is actually a Dart function where we will going to write our logic. Then app.use, this is the middleware to log request. Then app.fallback with respond with function. That means if any route is not found, it will return 404 not found. And you can write your own response. It can be a text response, JSON response, or an HTML page. And at the last, you have to write await.app server. This will start our server on the local host. Now to run this simple program, currently we have not added our AI application yet, but to run the application, type dart bin your project name or the file name, relic AI server dot. Just click enter, and this way your local host will be running on localhost 8080 port with your API endpoints available. Now let's go to the get function image gen. Here I have called the function image generation. Let's go to this file. So all the other functions and codes I have written in the lib folder. So this is our function where by default request is being passed. So all the requests that contains header, authentications, request method, query parameter, path segments, everything be available via this request variable. So with request dot method, you will receive the method type, that is get, post, delete, put, patch, those kind of. Then request dot query parameter raw dot prompt. This is a map key. So you will get all the query parameter like this, and you can fetch that information in the prompt. So our prompt will be stored in this prompt variable. We are going to check if it's empty or not. Then return response dot bad request. So if we click on the bad request, we can see the status code has already been set with the fixed bad request message. But if you want to set your own custom code or own status message, you can simply write response with status code and your own custom message to be returned. So now I have passed this prompt in the call Gemini API function. So this is a custom function that I have created to call the Gemini AI APIs. So here I have initialized the AI client which is used from the Dart package. You can directly use REST API to here. So now here I have passed the prompt as a content object, and the content object is been passed in the generate content function. So here in the model I am using Gemini 2.5 flash image which is Nano Banana Pro, and then generate request, and in the request configuration I have mentioned that image should be aspect ratio of 16:9, that is for a blog or a YouTube channel, and the image size should be 1K. So this size can be 1K, 2K or 4K. So I have chosen the lower quality. So after I receive the response from the Gemini API, I have extracted the image from the inline data, and this data is actually a base64 string. That image is in the base64, and I have written this information back to the our API. Now I have returned the response that okay, that is status is success. So here I have used body.from data. So you can directly return the response base64 as a string in this body.from string. But here I have converted the base64 into bytes and returned as a form data. So I will receive a file at the front end. And here I have written the cache code where the error has been written in the API response.internal server error, where I have set a message error generating image. And that's it. Our API is ready to be used. So my server is already started, Dart bin the file name. And if we go to the Postman, remember if you try to create this image with some copyrighted content, that will not work. For that you have to handle try cache and handle the exception. So now we'll create another image, create an image of dog and cat fighting like a Godzilla in city, and click send. And there you go, new image has been ready. So because I have sent data in file, the image is being showed. If I have sent data as a base64, a base64 string should have been shown. So that's it guys. So we have created a simple Relic web server running localhost and call a Gemini AI APIs. In another video, I will tell you how to deploy this web server on Google Cloud Run using Docker. So subscribe this channel and like this video. Till then, keep learning. Bye.